Hey guys, welcome to the first Repurposed Q&A event. We're here to celebrate the Repurposed AU's first anniversary by answering some of your questions that we're all eager to hear about and answer. You all know me, I'm Rev, the guy that made the Repurposed AU. If this is your first time hearing my voice, hi, this is what I sound like most of the time. For this Q&A, we will have two sessions, the original and the Repurposed counterpart session. We will question both counterparts from a different era where many things have changed. So don't leave when the first session ends because we'll be going straight into the second session. Without further ado, let's welcome our guest today, shall we? Today, we have our main man, the Win himself, Chasing Win.
Hello? Is this thing on?
Hey Win! Yeah, you're good, man.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm not good at talking in front of many people.
It's okay, man. Me too. But hey, look, it won't be your last either.
What?
And our other guest today, our beloved Gracecock, Zen!
Wow.
I think we're going to need a translator for him, guys.
Well, Carm is an excellent translator. We can use his translation data to good use.
Well, then we're set! We can get to the questions now. Now, we've received multiple questions from you guys that range from fun stuff to serious questions regarding Repurposed. So, without further ado, let's get right into the first question.
Question from no one. For Chasing Win, how was the goober? Oh, are you talking about my silly little goofy goober?
Dad.
My itty bitty patootie?
Stop.
My sunshine and rainbows?
Dad, you're embarrassing me.
My adorable baby boy?
Dad!
He's a good boy. I love my son.
Well, this is very wholesome, isn't it?
From Freddy from Five Nights. What do you think of the Scavengers? Oh, they're good friends of mine. I love hanging around them and learning about their daily work. Dad taught me all the knowledge I need to communicate with them, but I learned best from experiencing it myself. I've been having an amazing time with them, even getting close to one of them, though some tend to be more aggressive. Dad had to replace my old cloak because one of the chieftains sliced it in half for my encounter with them, but they're just a small minority compared to the welcoming majority, so I have less to worry about. Overall, treat them with respect and maybe they won't kill you. Some advice, bring pearls with you. It's like their obsession.
Getting close to one of them? What do you mean by that, Zen?
Moving on to the next question!
Next question, from Emma. For Rev, what pieces of existing media inspire Rain World Repurposed? Oh, this one's for me. Well, Emma, I am a fan of many media franchises. It ranges from gaming to shows and even sports, surprisingly enough. I mean, I like Rain World, obviously, Sonic the Hedgehog, Undertale, Inscription, Five Nights at Freddy's, some anime and shows like Good Omens, Our Flag Means Death, Attack on Titan, Chainsaw Man, Jujutsu Kaisen, and even sport like Formula 1. Yeah, how do you even match Formula 1 with Rain World? But honestly, I think me, being a fan of so many different media, is what inspired me when making the Repurposed AU. Rain World's overall realm is unexplored for most of it, leaving the imagination to us fans. So I say, why not fill it up with something fun and exciting? I mean, I am a fan of many things, so why not fill them with the media I've consumed? It's my AU after all. So if you see some reference or concept that are similar to other media, it's either completely intentional or I just forgot that it already existed. So yeah, thanks for the question, Em.
From Violet Dragoness. For Zen, did you ever have beef with a certain scavenger king / chieftain? If yes, who? Here we go. I knew this question would come eventually. Yeah, I did have beef with one of the chieftains from a certain tribe. I can't even call them a tribe, they're more like pirates. I'm talking about the garbage disposal pirates. They like to pillage other tribes and steal their resources and their cubs to raise a new generation of pirates. They're despicable and ruthless when it comes to their society. And all of this is thanks to their chieftain, Baja. That's his name. Baja is ruthless, unnegotiable, and kind of a dick chieftain.
Language.
Sorry, Dad, but my point stands. The only way I was able to sort of tame him and his pirates was to overpower him in a fight. I took off his mask and shamed him in front of his underlings. Only then would he agree to leave the other tribes alone and stay isolated within his region. I think I broke his will to oppress other tribes. Good riddance.
Question from Shiny. For chasing wind, can I steal your harpoon antenna thingies? I can give them to you, yes, but I don't think it's a kid's toy. They have a very pointy edge, and they can easily penetrate flesh with enough force. My ancients built them onto me as an homage to the king vultures, an organism that can soar high through the sky, high above the clouds, free to fly wherever they desire. Going with or against the flow, they are free like the wind. My ancients had such a philosophy when creating me, hence why they paid homage by adding king vulture harpoons onto my head. They had hoped that such a homage would bring goodwill to their effort of ascension. I wonder if they got what they wanted. If I ever got what I wanted.
Dad.
Question from Beppel. For Rev, do you have any favorite aspects of Repurposed? For instance, giving Rain World characters more depth, coming up with cool creatures, etc. Happy first anniversary and bravo for creating such a cool story. First of all, thank you. I appreciate it, man. It means a lot. Second, my favorite aspect of Repurposed is that I get to do whatever the fuck I want with it. Sure, there are the canons that I follow and take inspiration from, but the rest? Oh man, they're all completely mine to write, draw, and make content for. Giving depth to characters? Hell yeah! Fucking love that shit. Cool creatures? Man, just wait for all the abomination creatures I have planned in the future. Repurpose is mine to do as I want with it, and that's the best part of creating this AU. And I'm glad some of you are enjoying it as much as I am. It does mean a lot to me that the past year of this series, and this is just the beginning. So yeah, look forward to more Repurpose content, fellas. Here's to another year of Repurpose. Question from the ever-changing snail. For chasing wind, what inspired you to create Zen? And Zen, do you feel that you are a good entity? If so, why? And if not, why? I feel like this is a question for both of you, so be my guest, guys.
Well, I was researching the Scavengers within my facility ground, and I realized that many of my overseers were destroyed while trying to make contact. It seems they distrusted my method of communication, so I needed to alter my plan. You see, my senior, and who I see as my mentor, No Significant Harassment, inspired me. He created a slug cat which acted as a messenger in the past. He sent 5 Pebbles all sorts of outfits and pranked him a few times, using the messenger. So I thought, why not improve upon his method? And thus, with a bit of slug cat gene, Scavenger genes to add familiarity to them, and also my genes into the slug cat, and Zen was born.
Wow, this is a big question, isn't it? I think I'm quite good as an organism. I did the missions given to me by my dad, I bonded with the Scavengers and became friends with them. Moral-wise, I wish the best for the people I love and care for, and I hope that the twisted ones find their path. I like to think that's what good people would do. I hope that suffices.
Question from Irish Plague Doctor. For Revolvius, what inspired you to create the Repurposed AU? Well, I just like making AUs in general. Before I was into Rain World, I was part of the Undertale multiverse fandom for years. Yeah, I made a lot of AUs. Shocker. When I was making AUs for Undertale, I went overboard with it, and it turned out to be so taxing on my mind that I decided to just abandon it for once I got into Rain World. I decided to just stick to one AU, which is Repurposed. It's my main project regarding Rain World and my current focus overall. I was inspired by a lot of things regarding the makings of this AU, as I've said in the previous question, but my main intention in making this AU is to create a story regarding Rain World that I like, a story that I enjoy making, and not to please anyone else, and honestly, that's all I need.
From Weirdo, what are your thoughts on the Iterator that created you? Nothing specific, just general opinions. Oh, you mean my dad? I love him, of course. I'm grateful to be born into this world and met so many good people and a loving father to add to it. I've experienced so many emotions and challenges and strengthened my bonds with everyone I've met with. So yeah, I am thankful for my dad for creating me.
Oh, Zen. Question from Greta. Chasing Wind, what's the weirdest thing Zen has ever eaten? Definitely my neurons.
But they're delicious!
My brain cells are not your food, Zen, and since we're related, you're also related to them.
Shouldn't have made them so delicious then.
What?
Study shows that slug cats tend to eat neurons for snacks.
Is that why you sometimes glow for a few months?
Maybe.
Question from Riri Drum. It's rather simple question, but Revolvius, what got you into drawing and into Rain World 2? What got you into this dark souls of the simulated survivals? Also, your nickname is really creative. How did you come up with this one? I got into drawing when I was like 6 years old. I was really into Jurassic Park and dinosaur a lot when I was younger, and I read a lot of dinosaurs comics as well. I drew a lot of dinosaurs and Jurassic Park inspired comics that were shit now that I look back at them, obviously, but at the time, I had the time of my life drawing those comics. I think that was the start of my love of making comics and stories in general, and later on, obviously, went into animation. As for how I got into Rain World, I got dragged by a friend and now here I am, simple story. I love how the community is so diverse and talented, and it's the main reason I got hooked up into Rain World. It is so much better than Undertale. I'm joking. Don't fucking attack me, please. And as for my name, Revolvis was taken from the words revolver and views. This was back in 2018, so it has been like 6 years since I used the name Revolvius. In short, whenever I make something, it's a Russian roulette of whether people will like it or not. I don't care what people think of what I made nowadays, but back then, it meant the world. But I like the name, so I kept it with me from then on, even though I don't really care what people think of what I do anymore. Question from Harper. Wawa or Pearl? Both are good for me, honestly.
Wawa.
Pearl.
Question from Devil's Shelter. For Rev, how are you staying motivated for animations? Sorry, not really repurpose related. Man, you're fine, all good. Like I said, it doesn't have to be repurpose related. I'm here to answer all of your questions regarding myself. Anyway, how do I stay motivated? Simple. Pettiness, spite, and rage. Whoever says negativity is not a source of power, they're wrong. If you use that negativity well, you can achieve a much greater height than you think, especially in animation. You have to convince yourself you're better than what you think you are. You're better. You're just better than who? Anyone who doubted or looked down and babied on you. You are better. You just are. Be bold. Be confident. Use that power to empower you. You're better than them. Question from Galaxy. For a random person, I guess. What is your favorite flavor of concrete? I like the base concrete flavor. Nothing beats the original.
I quite enjoy the wet concrete flavor.
I love the dry concrete one, not gonna lie. Crunchy.
Question from Carter. For you, what made you get into drawing? And what made you want to make the Rain World Repurposed anime? I already answered what got me into drawing before, so I'm not gonna answer it again. As for the anime one, well, I just love hearing Japanese songs, which most of them I heard from watching anime intros. I didn't plan to make a Rain World anime, but here we are, with the Repurposed anime intro featuring Acacia by Bump of Chicken. I do plan to make more anime intros with different songs, so be on the lookout for that.
Question from Captain Moist. For Chasing Wind, what is your motive or goal with this ecosystem you created around your superstructure? Well, I have a plan for my facility ground. I wanted to return it to its prime, back to the time when my ancients were not so hell-bent on ascension that they ruined the ecosystem and left it to rot below as they flourished above on my superstructure. Some regions need more repairing than others, but with time, I will rebuild them and make them even better than they ever were. I am no longer absorbing that much water due to my mobile puppet, meaning I do not precipitate much vapor into the clouds, which means less rain and less strain on the ecosystem. And so far, it has helped the regions to recover. I cannot wait to further my plans for my facility ground. I hope you are all anticipating it too.
Question from 5 Pebbles. Alright. Bit of a different question, but will you be animating the AU? Like in a serious / shitpost type of way? Also, what's the Slugcat's, his name is Zen, by the way, and his Scav friend's lore? I just discovered this AU lol. Hey, new person, welcome, hey! It's always nice to see a new face around here. And yeah, I will animate this AU in many ways, from actual animations episodes, to musical videos, to even shitpost videos, cause I just like making varieties. And you know, it just spices up the series in a lot of ways. As for Zen and Kabuto's lore...
Hey, wait a minute!
Well, I am quite curious about your scavenger friend, Zen. Who is this Kabuto?
He's just a friend, Dad, nothing else.
Just a friend? I see.
A really close friend, at that.
And I suppose that is time for the originals. Don't leave yet, as next, we'll move on to their counterpart from the repurposed version in Session 2. Thanks again for your time, Win and Zen, and I'll meet you guys in the future, literally!
It was wonderful answering all of your lovely questions. Thank you all for your time.
See you all in the future, I guess.
Alright, and we are now in the repurposed future timeline. As I've informed you all at the beginning of this video, this is now the second session of the Q&A where we'll be questioning both Thunderbreaker Zen and Repurposed Chasing Wind. Without further ado, come in, you guys!
I did not expect to come back here after such a long time. So many memories here.
Ah, yes, this room. What did you say, Rat? So many memories here? Oh, I'm sure we had a lot of fond memories together.
You, old bastard.
Oh, please, if it weren't for our truce for the sake of this Q&A, I would have captured you this instant and bashed your skull into the depths of the Void Sea itself.
You can try, old man, but you never once have caught me before. Not then, and for sure, not even now.
Okay, we're off to a good start. So before this becomes a bloodshed, let's begin session 2 of the Q&A, shall we?
Fine.
Have it your way.
Question from Perk. So how exactly does Zen contain the electricity inside their body? Are they like car batteries because of that, so can I recharge my phone? I don't know exactly how to answer that. The smart didn't transfer to me from that old bastard.
Then let me answer this one, you rat. His body experienced an instant mutation upon receiving the energy of the rarefaction cell for the first time. Due to my genes being inside of him, the overflow of harnessed void fluid inside the cell begins to awaken the dormant iterator part of his cells, leaving him with the power of an iterator within his hybrid body. Albeit only for a few moments, as it seems to exhaust his energy rapidly. After that incident, he maintained a small fraction of the iterator power, which is how he was able to store and emit energy. If he was exposed to a rarefaction cell's energy or a singularity bomb's explosion, he would absorb it and unlock the rest of his iterator power for a few moments. And yes, he can transmit his energy to other things. In my experience, he turns them into bombs to try and kill off my Scavengers. Or just to annoy me, but I suppose he can also recharge your device.
Oh, so that's how it works. I suppose if you need me to recharge your device, I will gladly help you with that. It's more use to my power than turning things into bombs.
Annoying little rat.
What?
I said kill yourself, you annoying little rat!
Right, as usual.
oppose the ancient belief of the karma system, whatever you want to call them, the symbols. I'm sure you're familiar with them. Wrath, lust, attachment, gluttony, and survival. The 5 natural urges that the ancients tried to rid themselves of, the core of their entire belief system, which, to me, is a blasphemy to the life we were given. They trained themselves to rid of their wrath, as it is the lowest possible urge someone could have in their life, which I can understand to some degree. But then they try to get rid of their lust and attachment to one another, cutting off their genitals to stop them from fornicating and neutering themselves, even though they are social creatures who rely on one another to build their society. Companions and partners who completed your life got rid for the sake of ascension. If you truly want no lust or attachment, you'd isolate yourself from society, not flourish and spread your society across the realm. Then they took it a step further by fasting and rid of their gluttony, starving themselves to death to become relieved of the urges, except that nobody will read their body into the void sea if nobody can move from starvation. Lastly, ridding themselves of their urge to survive, suicidal ideation, consensual murder, and every single act of killing themselves were morally accepted in their society. If you think about it with a clear mindset, the ancients were messed up. I said before, they cut off their genitalia. Hell, they cut off other parts of their body for the sake of their damn beliefs. Which is why many of them wear bandages to cover up their dismembered body parts. It's to oppose their beliefs. I can get angry to protect myself from others who want to do me wrong or intimidate them to do as I say. Capable of trusting others with our weaknesses, attaching ourselves to them, exposing our weaknesses to each other, and strengthening our bonds. We alter and improve upon our fuel resources, giving us more power to be active day and night, albeit some absorb too many powers for their own good. And lastly, most importantly, we want to live. We accept the life we are given, and that we thank the ancients for it, but now they're gone. And now we decide our own way of life. We have been repurposed. Does that suffice as a sufficient answer for you?
Yeah, that will indeed suffice. Thank you, Win. Oh my god. Okay, next question is... Next question is from Poopy. For Revolvius, why are the Iterators so big? Is there a benefit to that? I mean, well,
I'll answer this one. I'm the originator of the Repurposed project.
Okay, be my guest.
To answer your question, yes, there's a benefit to our giant size. Or should I say, it's a requirement to have such a huge form. Why? Because the form you're seeing right now is a shrunken down version of the entire superstructure you see across the realm. Yes, you heard that correctly. This form has the capability of an entire superstructure in a miniature form. Our repurposed body is not just a bigger version of our original puppet, but our insides are heavily modified to sustain the capability of a superstructure. And you wonder why our form is so big. It's quite an achievement for myself cramping an entire superstructure into one small puppet when you compare the ratio. This allows us to roam around freely without the need to be near our superstructure or need anything from it at all. You are completely independent in this form. A bigger body is a small change for it, and some even enjoyed it. Each of our bodies is powered by a modified rarefaction cell, acting as our heart, if you want to call it that. Some have more than one cell. I have 3 inside me due to my larger body. It needs an even bigger source of energy to be active all day long. I hope that answers your questions. If you decide to join us, I will give you the template to become a repurposed Iterator. I encourage you, become free.
Question from Jolt. For Zen, what are your abilities and purpose as a purpose being? Are you another messenger like Spearmaster and Hunter? Was this question meant for the younger me?
It was implied, yeah, but he already gave his answer before this, so I want to hear yours.
Alright then. I was created as a messenger by this old bastard, but a lot has changed since then. So yeah, I was a messenger like Spearmaster and Hunter. I did meet the two of them. They are good messengers. They once helped me when I was stuck in a sticky situation. I helped them send their message to get out alive. I hope they're doing better than I am right now.
So you were the one that helped them escape. I should have known. They wouldn't have gotten out otherwise.
Your tricks are getting old man. You're getting predictable.
Curse you. Question from Saint. Repurposed Chasing Wind. Who's all with you? Like, group-wise? Well, my local group is split into 2 factions due to my action, which I still stand by it. 5 Pebbles and Unparalleled Innocence are with me, while Looks to the Moon, 7 Red Suns, and No Significant Harassment all opposed my actions. If you were talking about the groups beyond our local group, then that's a lot more complicated. I've never seen such a division amongst my people ever since the Sliver of Straw incident. I would say my breakthrough created an even bigger effect due to the Iterators taking action to repurpose themselves and making a change for once. Then the other factions who opposed the repurposing project and stayed within their chamber. Usually they are the older generations who stuck to old traditions, despite hating the ancients for it. Hypocrites. The younger generations are more open to my movement and support me wholly. As of now, there are a few local groups that supported me, and some of them even visited me to show their support. So I am glad for that. As for the opposition, they can rot in the chamber until the legs give out.
Question from Crown/Crown Lizard. Ref, if there were any, what were your inspirations behind Zen and Chasing Wind's design and personalities? Well, my inspiration for them came from a lot of things in the beginning. For starters, Zen wasn't always called Zen, and his design was so much different back before this AU even had a name. Zen's old name was Sky Glider. He was supposed to be a flying squirrel type slugcat that can fly using the airflow and wind. Kinda like that, moth with the flying slugcat thing. He was more wind/air type than the electric type back then. His personality was more in line with the Thunderbreaker Zen of now instead of the younger Zen back then. He was more of a serious and no bullshit type of attitude. As for Chasing Wind, his design barely changes for the most part, meaning he's already as perfect as he is.
As I should be.
Except that Repurposed Chasing Wind had to change his outfit because his old one was hard to draw, basically. His new outfit gives him more authority and style over the old one.
I'm inclined to agree. It was more than a hassle to wear. This new outfit is much more comfortable. Question from Midnight. Lotus. Wind, do you repurpose everyone regardless of whether they want to be or not? It is entirely up to each iterator if they want to repurpose themselves or not. If they want it, I will give them the template and they can go from there. If they don't, then they don't. Simple as that.
But what about the creatures other than Iterators? You didn't seem to give them much choice when you kidnapped them, tortured them, and experimented on them for your repurposed project.
They don't deserve a choice. They were meant to serve us. Most of my life was spent on trying to enlighten those lesser creatures, including the ancients. I was built as a god, and I will act as I like upon these lesser creatures. You were the first to disobey me. Your life is worth nothing to me. Only another of my failed experiments.
You were nothing but a servant yourself.
You dare!
Oh, I dare, old man!
And that's where we'll move on to the next question. Thank you, Win and Zen. Bye! Question from S5 Strip HVS1. For Revolvius, how long do you plan on making the average episode if it is episodic? Oh, whoa there. I don't know. I don't even know if I'll make it an episodic series or if it's even going to be consistent at all. I'm just going as I go on, following my mood as I continue this series. Like I said previously in the QNA, it's whatever the fuck I want. But if I were to make it episodic, no promise at all, genuinely, none of this is fixed. I'll probably make it only 5 minutes at max per episode. I don't have a long attention period, and long projects sometimes deter me from finishing it. Shorter animation projects are what I am most comfortable with at the moment. I also like doing musical animatics as well. If you've seen the Mutiny animatic that I've uploaded a few days before this, because I got brain rotted so hard from the musical. So there will be more of that in the future. So yeah, hope that answers it. Question from NSH. Hi Sig, what the fuck? Difference from Thunderbreaker Zen and normal Zen? Or are they the same character just with different clothing? Same thing for Chasing Wind and the Repurposed variant. Also, will we be animating the whole AU, or is it just a trailer and maybe one video? Both of them are the same character, just from different time era. Thunderbreaker and Repurposed Chasing Wind are the older versions of the current one that you've all seen in my videos. They're a lot darker and edgier in tone, as Sam was not gentle with them. And yes, they hate each other for now, for reasons I will reveal in the future. A much different tone than the original younger ones were. And yes, I will be doing an animation and animatics regarding this series depending on my mood and what I want for the series moving forward. So yeah, thanks for the question.
From Caitlin, for Thunderbreaker, what is the scariest creature you fought? Deerwalker, nothing comes close to it. Trust me, you don't want to encounter it during the day. Don't even try asking me about nighttime with these guys. Do not.
Question from Evie Mortem. Wanted to ask Repurposed Chasing Wind, do you ever look back at the old memories of Zen when things were better? Do you ever miss it? I still remember there were times when you weren't such a pain in the ass. A time where you were still useful to me. That time's long gone by now. It is just a distant memory. I don't dwell on the past, as it means nothing to me. All that's left now is just a pesky little rat that refused to die. That's all you are now.
That hurts.
I certainly wish it so.
Question from Luxy. Which character are you the most happy with? Question to me.
It's obviously me. The series cannot even continue without my existence.
Are you kidding me? It's me. I'm a literal protagonist of Repurposed.
Without me, you wouldn't even exist, you dirty little rat.
And without me, you wouldn't even have a chance of continuing your little repurposed experiment. Now that I think about it, you owe your entire project to me.
Why, you little...
Yeah, let's go then, you
I'm most happy with Berry the Lizard. I love her. She is precious. Thank you. Question from Pepsi Wepsi. For you, who's your favorite OC with lore? My favorite OC with lore, huh?
I swear to God, if you pick this little rat...
Hey!
Hey, listen. You two aren't even close to my favorite OC with lore, okay? They didn't say it needs to be Rain World related.
What?
My favorite OC with lore is not Rain World related. His name is Beatrick Ilson. He's my very first OC that I made back in 2013. I love him the most, and no one comes close to him. I'm sorry, guys.
This feels like a betrayal.
For once, I agree with you, old man. What the fuck, Rev?
Hey, I'm sorry, okay? I've been working on him since forever. I love him. No need to get so betrayed, guys. Move on. Gee. And I think that's all we have for today. Look, I want to thank you all for the questions you all sent to the forum, and special thanks to YouTube for having a truce for the sake of this Q&A.
This will expire once the video ends.
Then we're back to me kicking your ass.
I want to thank you guys for supporting me throughout the year of developing this AU, and I want to welcome everyone from YouTube who has probably never seen or heard of Repurposed before the animations. So yeah, welcome! And I hope you enjoy your stay here. I'm so hyped to see what this series will develop in the coming year, and I hope you will all be there for its entirety. Here's to another year of Repurposed! See ya!